In this video, we are going to test the paper bridge that we made for the family STEM challenge at my son's school. So the materials that were given to us were one Sunday Times newspaper and 2 rolls of masking tape. The requirements were that the bridge should have a span of at least 50 centimeters. You can see that this bridge has a span slightly more than that, and the bridge should support a weight of half a kilogram. You will see in this video that the bridge that we have made can support a weight much larger than that. We will load the bridge using this bucket by hanging this bucket at the center of the bridge and adding weights into it gradually. Now you can see there is a large stone object inside this bucket, and I'm gradually lowering this bucket so that it hangs from the bridge. Let's see if this bridge can support this large stone object. So now I gradually remove my hand and the bucket begins to exert its load on the bridge. But there is no apparent deflection of the bridge. The bridge is very good now. So this weight obviously isn't enough for doing any damage to the bridge. So we kept on adding more weights. Now I'm adding the stone slab into this bucket, but then again there is no noticeable deformation to the bridge. We kept on adding more weights into the bucket until we ran out of weights. So we added these milk cartons onto the top of the bridge. Still, all you can see is a slight deformation, the deflection of the lower links, but no apparent failure of the bridge. We tried adding more weights like this brick on top of the bridge and later grinding stone on top. Still, we couldn't manage to make the bridge to fail. So eventually we replaced all these milk cartons with much heavier bricks. Only then the bridge reached its load bearing capacity and began to fail. So you can see all these milk cartons will now be replaced with much heavier bricks. Now these weights are causing the bridge to distress, and the bridge is beginning to feel the weight virtually. So the way the bridge failed is through bending of the links, the lower links, which caused the bridge to slide away from the supports. You'll see that in a moment. You can see that bridge failed because of the bending basically, and the bridge fell down with all the weights on top of it. So how much weight did it support? What is the maximum load bearing capacity of the paper bridge that we have made? So we test it now using this weighing scale. First we put all the large bricks to measure its weight. So we put the bricks one on top of the other, and you can see the large bricks weigh around 11 kilograms. Next we put the bucket with all the smaller miscellaneous items, stones and other heavy objects that we put inside the bucket, and you can see it weighs around 16 kilograms. So 16 and 11, 27 kilograms. So the maximum load bearing capability of our bridge is 27 kilograms, which is quite incredible. So now let's do a post-mortem of the bridge to find out how and why the bridge failed. So we cannot see any apparent failure of the joints. The joints are quite strong and robust. What we can observe is the bending of the links. These links, the lower links, main supporting links, have bent considerably. So probably that is the main reason for the failure of the bridge. There are other links. These cross links have also experienced some bending due to the weights directly on top of them, but they probably are a minor reason for the bridge failure. Another significant factor which could have contributed to the failure of the bridge is the uneven loading. You can see that one side is loaded more than the other, resulting in the twisting of the bridge. This rocking motion shows the extent of deflection of the lower links, which caused the bridge to eventually slip from the chairs on which they are supported. So let's look at how we made the bridge. The method is quite simple. Making of the links is by rolling several sheets of paper together as tight as possible and then wrapping the masking tape over the rolled paper, again as tight as possible. So it's important to roll these sticks or links very tight as possible in order to give them maximum resistance to bending, because bending resistance is what will prevent the bridge from failing prematurely. So the important aspect and difficult aspect of this bridge is making these joints. So how do we make these joints? How did we make these joints? We made the joints in this manner that I show here, which we believe is quite unique. So we made the masking tape, we rolled the tape into thin threads like I show here, and then using those threads the links have been tied together as I'm showing in this video. So some holes were drilled at the ends of all the links, and the masking tape as a thread is used to tie them together to form these robust joints. So as we have seen in this post-mortem, these joints haven't failed, and the bridge has successfully withstood 27 kilograms of weight. So this video, we made this video as a record for our hard work, and also as an instructional video for anybody else who wants to try this. Thank you. See you again.